Hey team, welcome to this 30-day video challenge where I'm going to release 30 games in 30 days. These games are games that you can play with your team at any time. Some of them include skills, some of them include conditioning, and honestly, some of them are just tag games that you can play with your team. So make sure you tune in every single day this month where I'm going to release a new video with a brand new game. And before we get started, I'm Coach Hart, this is Building Better Baseball, and this is the best place for baseball education. So let's get into this 30-day video challenge. I'm super excited to bring you these games. Let's get started. Hey team, welcome to day 10 of this 30-day challenge. And day 10's game is called Wiffle Ball Offense and Defense. So I'll explain what that means. Now the ages, I think any age can play this game. This is probably better for the younger grades rather than the older grades. You could still play with the older grades, but I think the younger grades would have more fun with it. The equipment, all you're gonna need is either a couple buckets for the kids. If they're at a center, if you're doing this at a center and there's only 2 or 3 games going on, you could use ball buckets. But I know that everybody doesn't have 12 ball buckets, one for each kid. So you're going to need something to designate an area, sort of like a bucket would. But that's where they're going to be putting the wiffle balls, all right? And where you're going to play, you can play anywhere in the field. You can play in the outfield, you can play in the infield, anywhere where you can just have space for 2 kids to be playing a game. And how you play. This is more of a warm-up game. I would say that this would be a great game for when your kids are arriving to practice and having something for them to do. Or you could just start the day with this. This doesn't really involve any running or conditioning or anything like that, or it doesn't take up a lot of space. It's literally working on offense and defense. So I use this in PE class to teach the younger kids what offense is and what defense is in sports. But this is just a fun game that you can play at any time. And how you play is you're just going to have 2 kids going against each other. So it's a one-on-one game. All right. So let's say that both of them are here and you have your target, which is, I usually use a hula hoop, but I know that you guys don't have hula hoops. So you can use a bucket. You can use kind of just an area where you designate with, like, I don't know, a jacket or something like that. So just designate a target area behind each kid. So the target's going to be here. And it is so simple. It is basically you have one kid who has the ball, who has a wiffle ball, and their job is to try and get it into the other person's target. All right. So it's exactly like a one-on-one game where you're trying to juke each other out and trying to place it into your opponent's target. And then once that happens, the kid who just got scored on, or if it's his turn, he just gets the ball and he does the same thing. He tries to get it into this target, right? So they're just going back and forth, offense and defense. It's almost like one-on-one in basketball where you're trying to juke each other out and trying to put the ball into the other person's target behind them. And that's basically the game, right? So like I said, it's more of a warm-up game where you could use it as a warm-up as the kids are arriving. You could use it as a center just to have something fun to do to break up the drills that you're doing. But this is just a super simple, small game that you could do that works on offense and defense, and it's a lot of fun for the kids. The kids usually have a lot of fun with it. A couple rules with this is that you have to stay in front of your opponent. So this person, if this person has the ball, they would not be allowed to run around here like this and place it from the side. Right? They have to stay in front of each other, and you have to try and put the ball in the target around the other person. So you could go through the legs, you could go around the side, you could go over top, you could juke to the left and then put it around to the right. So it's just you and the person in front of you, and you're trying to put it in the other person's target. You can't walk around though. You can't go around the other person and try and go full circle around, right? You have to stay in front of the person. And like I said, it is a super simple game. That's it. It's offense and defense wiffle ball. I would choose a wiffle ball over a baseball because you don't want someone accidentally getting hit with a baseball, right? So something soft. If you don't have any wiffle balls, you could choose, like, I don't know, if you want to use a hat, you could have the kids use their hats or something like that. But something soft, something small that's easy to throw into a target. For the targets, you could use like a jacket if you want to lay out a jacket. If you have like a bag or a bucket of balls or anything like that. Something to designate a circular target. Like I said, in PE class, I usually use a hula hoop, but I know that baseball coaches don't have hula hoops. So anything that you can use to designate a target, that would be fine. And it's just one-on-one, trying to put the ball in the other person's target. And if you get it in the target, that's a point. And you can just see who gets the most points, all right? So that is it for Wiffle Ball offense and defense. It's a great, small, quick game that you can do as a warm-up or as your kids are arriving, or even at the end of practice if you want to end it on like a fun note. You could have a competition where you could have like a king of the court sort of thing, where if you win, you rotate to the next person and the winners play each other, almost like a bracket, right? And then whoever is the champion, you can have like a champion offense and defense Wiffle Ball, however you want to do it, right? But it's a small, simple game that you can play. The younger kids really like it, and I use it to teach offense and defense, what that is in sports. I use this game to teach that to the younger kids. So it's a super fun game. The kids have a lot of fun with it. I hope you can incorporate this into your practice plans. Thanks for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed this game. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for day 11. I'll see you tomorrow. So I hope you enjoyed today's game, and I hope I explained it in a way that you understand and that you can explain it to your team so you can incorporate it into your practices. This is just another game that you can add to your practice plans to have some fun during your practices with your youth baseball team. Before you go, don't forget to grab your free 2-hour practice plan. I made it just for you to help you out in your practice plans. And in the description below, you'll also see a free baseball equipment sizing guide. There's how to get more playing time. There's how to do batting practice. There's a whole bunch of stuff that I made for you for free. Be sure to grab it before you go. It's all down in the description. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Remember, this is Building Better Baseball. I'm Coach Hart, and I'll see you next time.